Good evening, Noah. Having trouble sleeping again?
This has been your life for the last 8 months. Dreams about your last assignment that went horribly wrong. After 8 months, your only lead is a mining operation in the Pacific. As the op draws near, your nightmares are only getting worse. Dark, crushing depths of the ocean and something more. An ancient, impossible city, and a horror you can only glimpse an outline of. You wake up to hear your AI ask the same question every time.
Good evening, Noah. Having trouble sleeping again?
This is what's presented to the player in the game trailers. Now please join me as we answer the question, how is Cthulhu Cosmic Abyss? The game takes place in 2050. You are Noah Williams, an Ansel agent on a mission with your partner, Elsa Royer, and your onboard AI helper, Key.
Wang Mei's home is near. Take the next left.
Got it. Turning left. Thank you, Key.
Don't talk to your AI as if it were a person, Noah.
Ansel is basically this universe's version of the SCP Foundation, or MIB, but very scaled down. The game begins with Noah searching for May, a college professor, an Ansel asset that has ghosted her work and the organization. You search her house, which is in the middle of an area being flooded by the overflowing Arkham River. Noah searches through the house and quickly finds out that May has gone off the deep end.
Whatever was going on inside her head was messed up.
Samples from a recently closed deep-sea mining operation seem to be the catalyst for driving May into the occult and insanity. After rifling through the house, Noah searches the only place left, a locked door in the basement. Shortly after entering and solving the game's first real puzzle, the game jumps into the void levels of cosmic horror. Basically, everything goes to shit. Next thing Noah knows, his partner is missing along with 3 fingers from his dominant hand. Meanwhile, Key is trying to keep Noah conscious and call for backup as he bleeds out. After some dialogue from 2 Ansel directors, we rejoin Noah.
Elsa!
8 months later, as he awakens from one of his reoccurring and progressively worsening nightmares. Noah soon suits up and gets dropped into the Pacific to investigate the supposedly decommissioned deep-sea mining station that May's samples came from. This is where the game truly picks up. Noah, with Keith's help, navigates through the abyss towards the mining site, known as Pitt Station.
Good Lord.
Welcome to Pitt Station, Noah.
Once inside, Noah discovers that the station has only recently been abandoned. The company, Ocean Eye, and its billionaire CEO, Andrew Marsh, have been working in secret for the last 8 months. A recording from Marsh reveals that his team has found a cave entrance to an artificial underwater maze that leads to a city that
will change our very understanding of the universe.
I'll keep the story vague from this point on. In summary, Noah must follow the research team into the ancient city and even further into more impossible places, gaining slowly in hopes that he can prevent the team from waking that which should remain dreaming. The rest you'll just have to experience. I'll give my compliments to the devs. They clearly have a passion for Cthulhu and the expanded mythos. It comes across in the level of detail and lore throughout the story. But how is it conveyed in the rest of the game? Noah is primarily an investigator and his gameplay reflects this. You will primarily be using Key's sonar ability to highlight objects and resources to investigate and gather information. The sonar ability can be set to scan individual frequencies or multiple frequencies combined, though there are only a couple puzzles that will require you to combine frequencies. You really want to thoroughly explore and leave no area unchecked, as vital clues and resources can be well hidden. You can further improve your sonar and Noah's other skills with elder glyphs found in the environment. These glyphs can give Noah extra bonuses like stamina regeneration per deduction resolved. These upgrades are hidden throughout the game. Clues gathered from the environment will appear in Noah's vault. The vault is a high-tech evidence board, where you will utilize clues and pieces of information that you find to make deductions. Deductions are the primary way you will progress the game's puzzles and story or gain new sonar abilities. Some clues and resources will require Noah to have Key analyze them for further insight. However, the cost for analysis is some of Noah's energy. You can refill your energy via glowing mushrooms like some Cthulhu Mario.
You want me to shoot this moldy mushroom that we just discovered into my veins?
There are red mushrooms to refill your energy, and blue mushrooms to upgrade your energy permanently by an additional slot. If Noah has no energy, you can still analyze the clue, but Noah will build up mental corruption. Corruption is basically this game's sanity system. Most major story puzzles have 2 routes to solve them. One puzzle solution will build up Noah's corruption, while the other will reduce it. As Noah gets further into the story, certain events and exposure to environments will cause his mental corruption to rise, regardless of what you, the player, do. It is important to manage Noah's corruption, as it will gradually break your upgrades and factors into what ending you will receive once you have completed the story. Great cosmic horror needs to perfectly juggle fear, dread, and mystery, along with some other elements. Cthulhu Cosmic Abyss nails this for the most part. Hats off to the team at Big Bad Wolf. While playing as Noah, every environment makes you feel like you're somewhere you don't belong or are actively being stalked and in danger. The pressure from the atmosphere only wanes in some later areas. This is mostly due to the focus of the atmosphere being changed to convey horrifying wonder, instead of building tension and physical dread. After playing through the story twice, my favorite atmosphere in the game is still in Chapter 2, investigating Pitt Station and the abyss around it. The station feels like a fresh crime scene, and the water around the station feels wonderfully claustrophobic, and you always feel completely exposed. Keeping it short, the music in this game is great on its own, but it is used in an effective way to blend with the environment and heighten the atmosphere. Low strings and some otherworldly whispers build the pressure and amplify the feeling of Noah's nerves fraying. Visually, the game's environments and art direction are on point. Pitt Station feels lived in, but like everything, fell apart very suddenly. The ancient city and other locations feel otherworldly and ancient beyond contemporary or rational understanding. The lighting is often used to great effect to build tension or convey direction. The main drawback on the visuals are the character models and animations.
The fragility of the ledge we have to take will get rid of the dead weight.
They look and feel just slightly off. This statement summarizes most of my criticisms for this game. So, editor's note on a lot of the critiques, I'm going to say at least regarding the bugs that I'll mention. Big Bad Wolf has released some patches, and they have addressed a lot of bugs. I'm not sure if they've addressed the exact ones that I encountered, as well as some of my other critiques, so take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. Overall, the game is very solid, but there are some areas in the gameplay, performance, and visuals that end up feeling jarring and dissatisfying. Going back to the visuals, the character models in the cutscenes and recordings often feel stilted, and the mouth movements feel just out of sync. This is a minor critique, and it could be intentional to give more of an uncanny feeling to the characters as they lose their minds. However, there is a sequence in one of the endings where a character is fully in control of their faculties, but this animation style is still present, leading me to think this is not the case. As far as movement, there is some light platforming in a later area of the game, and it just felt a bit clunky. Noah kept sliding off of objects and edges that appeared like he should have been safe. Fortunately, this platforming is very short-lived in the gameplay. I said earlier to be thorough in exploring for clues, and it can take dogged persistence to find everything, even key clues to solve puzzles. This is more true for the non-corruption route puzzles. This often leads you to running around in circles with the sonar pinging away like a madman, and you just feel like you're wasting time. This frustration could have been resolved if you could have had two options to select multiple frequencies that would scan and highlight all the objects on those frequencies, and a separate scan for selected frequencies combined. I can appreciate scouring for clues, but it was aptly maddening at certain points. I actually had to look up a guide for the final puzzle because I was only missing one piece to complete my deduction. But despite going through every area I had access to, with the correct frequencies, I could not find the clue, or I kept missing it. It is possible that I encountered a bug and it was just simply not scanning the clue that I needed. I did run across a very obnoxious bug on my second playthrough. In that same platforming section, there are invisible paths and platforms that you can walk on, but being on them too long can trigger an insta-kill. You get some red haze around your screen as a warning before this insta-kill. My game had this haze appear after touching the invisible paths and would not go away regardless of where I was standing. This interfered with my sonar scans to pick up clues and see the rest of the invisible paths. I could only fix this by reloading to the main menu and continuing from my last checkpoint, and that kept defaulting me and placing me at the beginning of the area. Luckily, all of my clue progress was kept each time, so I was eventually able to complete the chapter. However, this cost me at least an extra hour of time. How is Cthulhu Cosmic Abyss? I think it's a game with a decent story and clear love put into the detailed lore, visuals, and music. The answer as to how it is as a whole hinges largely on how you feel about its gameplay, as well as your readiness to possibly encounter some annoying bugs. For players who enjoy deduction games, searching every corner for clues, this game is for you, and if you additionally love cosmic horror, this is a must-play. If you're like me and enjoy playing a variety of games, especially if you enjoy the more difficult survival horror puzzles in games like Silent Hill or Resident Evil, I gave it a fair recommendation. I bought it at full price, and even with my critiques, I feel like I got my money's worth. However, if you are on the fence about it, wait for the first sale or two. I will add, if you get stuck, don't feel bad about looking up a guide to find what clues you need. For all the other types of players, thanks for sticking around this long into the video. If this game already has your interest, or my video piqued it, keep your eyes on it and try it when you feel comfortable with the price point. I will again recommend having a guide in hand if it's your first time playing this type of game to avoid frustration. If you've stuck around to the end, please leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on this review and style of video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel for more reviews, demos, and game playthroughs. My name is Gazers, and thanks for wasting time with me. Now get out of here.